Here I go to the next episode. Explosive, Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my I love the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed covered. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right? Gave you power. 21 questions like a warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bins I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew up right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Again.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Looking deep down. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking, these pants make me look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Kaiser. This one left side caught by Patterson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the gun, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kaiser now on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Flex round! Flex round!
A give to Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Yeah, baby!
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete here on 3rd down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense, because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second down, Kaiser. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser from the gun on third. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
A first down throw for Kaiser. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. That escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Gun! 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 Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is got it. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Parks. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They begin with Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser now. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff to Henry. Shifts by him. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Kaiser. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A second down throw now for Kaiser. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Carry now for Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run it again with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kaiser. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he had a nice position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Parks. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Henry out of the pistol. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Kaiser. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Kaiser on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you keep flinging it around. You throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 2nd down, Kaiser again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Kaiser yet again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll throw again. Kaiser. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Cut!
Fourth down, Kaiser, desperation time. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
First down, Kaiser. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed crossing route.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And he puts it through. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Partner, we always talk about possession. Being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Now he's forced out right. He can run for it, and he will. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. His end zone, Kaiser. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now. Not
the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Henry. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
No, you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. A 1st down throw for Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Whitaker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they big? And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Kaiser to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
One final shot for Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.